So we've been at Dagenham Park School with John Credis, the local MP, to see the way in which they're using the new investment in schools and using that to drive up standards in the classroom. This school's doing really well and really rising in terms of its performance, but also the way in which they are using their performance arts speciality, the way they're teaching design, technology, other vocational subjects, also the way that they've incorporated the best environmental techniques into the way that they're building and rebuilding their school. And it was pretty impressive, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we saw they've already won an Eco Schools award for the work that they're doing around making the school more sustainable, and it's part of the work that we're doing around carbon neutral schools, and we've set up a task force to work out, with the £45 billion we're investing in secondary schools, how we're going to make sure that we have the right impact on the environment as a result of those schools.
Our ambition is that by 2016 every new school will be zero carbon. But in the meantime, we're going to get on and make a difference now. And we're giving £500,000 to, I think, a couple of hundred schools around the country, including this school, to find ways in which they can improve their buildings to make them better for the environment. It's part, as Jim said, of the largest capital investment which we've ever seen in our schools. And I think the investment is a really important part of transforming the life chances of children in this part of London. And of course, with the mayoral election coming up in a few days' time, and also local elections across the country, it's also really important that we point out that the largest investment we're seeing in school buildings across the country would be put at risk if the Tories were allowed to have their way and cut £4.5 billion from our schools investment programme. Cuts which would mean that hundreds of schools around the country, and actually often in marginal seats and Tory seats as well, would not go ahead because of those Tory cuts to the investment programme. And I have to say that for a school like this to not get their investment, to not get their school building, would be such a blow to the parents and the pupils.
Well, I've seen the way that the results here have been transformed in those departments that have had new buildings, and we want to see that happen across the piece. The Tories, their £4.5 billion worth of cuts to this programme would impact on 1 in 7 secondary schools up and down the country. So that's a significant hit that we're really concerned about, and shows the different priorities between the two parties.
I have to say, though, that it's taken great discipline from Jim and I coming to this visit today, because we've seen a climbing wall.
And that's Jack, the tents. No, we're not.
Did you actually full GSE plan?
Yep, that's part of their PE. So
Part of
it's
that
PE.
PE. We didn't go up it. We saw cricket nets and we didn't play in them. We saw performing arts studios, and Jim didn't start doing a singing and dancing routine. We've been very disciplined because we've been on the campaign trail getting votes out for Labour and showing our new investment, although I have to say I was quite tempted by the climbing wall, weren't you?
Well, I'm sure you'll be seeing wheels on the bus on the way home.
Yeah, we better get going. See you.